Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So, or it could be any placement, really. So, first of all, Sagittarius, I literally just got done Scorpio's reading. And I was like, I'm going to go get a coffee and then I'm going to come back and do Sagittarius, take it nice and slow. And I was told, hell no. So then it automatically, I didn't even get a chance to close my eyes. I didn't even get a chance to close my eyes. I literally heard Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John. The song. I'm not singing it. Y'all, I love singing, but I just haven't felt the what or like need to sing lately. It's so weird. Anyway, so um I feel like that if anything, and also I saw one of my friends, she does tarot too. I saw her and I believe that she has a Sag Venus or something like that. Or she has Sagittarius in her chart. Anyways, love her to death. She's awesome. But I feel like that, if anything, I don't know why I'm bringing her up so much. I don't know. Maybe it's a side note for me. Maybe I should tell her about this reading. But anyway, so Sagittarius, I heard that, and then I did see, of course, some clips of The Lion King. But I feel like that if anything, Sagittarius, you might be at a point in age where you don't. Like, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? I feel like is very much like you've been doing a lot of heart chakra work without realizing it. Or if anything, you might be going through a random heart chakra awakening. Those tend to be like let's say, um, also it's 1:11 while I'm recording this. I don't know why I felt the need to mention that. Weird. Anyways, so I feel like Sagittarius. Okay, so when you go through a heart chakra awakening, I'm gonna stop shuffling for a second. When you go through a random heart chakra awakening, it's when, like, let's say you're a psychic or at least a decent intuitive, um, or you're just naturally intuitive. Okay, so I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a psychic or not, but sometimes, or at least if you're into chakras and stuff, you tend to be much more into, well, like let's say a lot of people like over focus on the root chakra, which isn't bad. I get it, because if anything, when you have done a lot of root chakra work, if anything helps you, I feel like that it is the foundation, yes. So when that foundation has been corrected, it actually helps the rest of the chakras get in line easier, right? Jump into line. Anyways, so a lot of people focus on that. They focus on the third eye, they focus on the crown, and they forget the heart chakra. The heart chakra, I feel like, does help with manifestation energy. That's just my personal belief, because if anything, it like helps you feel better, right? Feel your emotions better and whatnot. Um, so Sagittarius, I feel like that you're going through a random heart chakra awakening. Let's say you are, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? Okay, so let's say you've been focusing on your third eye too much. So you've been doing all this psychic exercises, or you've been trying to read people, or you've been trying to do all this intuitive work and stuff like that. And like, let's say you all of a sudden experience an emotion that you haven't felt ever over someone, or perhaps experience an emotion that you haven't felt since childhood. Okay, so like, okay, so Sagittarius, I feel very I'm a psychic empath, so I take on the energy. And I feel like that Sagittarius, if anything, you've really been trying to figure out a good way to place your emotion. This isn't the same energy as Virgo and Scorpio that I felt. It's very much like, this is how I feel. I've gone exactly. It's almost like you've worked through every single aspect of why you feel the way you feel, or that you're about to. And I feel like that once you actually do that, you're going to realize the emotions that you have for, let's say it's a person, or let's say it's a situation, or let's say it's a whole area of your life. You really work it through the emotions, the whole point. So this card, actually, I'm being told one more shuffle. So the card that I'm pulling off the top is going to be where you're currently at. And we have the Ace of Cups. Clarified by the Eight of Cups. Oh my God, I love it. So where you want to be is Judgment and the Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Six of Pentacles. This is so interesting. I wish I had a bigger table so I could actually show you like my diamond spread. Well, can I do it? Actually, let's see. I'm gonna take the time to do it. Okay, so oh, I love it. But it doesn't look like a diamond. Anyways. So how to get there is the Death card, Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups, clarified by the Five of Cups. What is going on? Then, just pretty much general guidance is the Temperance, Sagittarius, you, and the High Priestess. What the hell? Clarified by the Nine of Swords. Love it. Okay, so, and then what to focus on next is the Lovers, clarified by the King of Cups. Wow, sirs. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So it's almost like the Divine's like, hey, you ain't gonna be able to know all today. Okay, so let's make some room. I literally cannot get the words out of my head. It's like a flightless warrior or something like that. I don't know. It's literally through the rush of day, whatever it goes. Okay, so here's the thing is that I don't edit my videos. Like, you just get what I give you, because sometimes the messages, once you say them, if you know how to use your abilities, especially if you're a channeler, once like you say the message, you let it fully out, it's hard to recall. So that's why, like, if I had to sing like a babbling, and that wasn't even singing, that was like almost making fun of Elton John. And I wasn't making fun of Elton John. I love Elton John. Moving forward, where you're currently at, Sagittarius, is that I feel like, again, it's almost like trying to figure out, like, you see how he's walking away from the cups? I feel like that this was you in the past in a way, and the Divine is like, plop, nope, nope. Yo, I had to go like light a candle and everything. I had to pause it real quick to light a candle, because it's all like very good energy, but it's very weird energy at the same time, okay? So I feel like that, I don't know if you can hear all the popping going on in my house. Usually that means that like I live alone for the most part. So whenever that happens, it's because of, if anything, high energy, let's just say that. So I'm in a very good mood today. So where you're currently at, Sagittarius, I feel like that, oh my gosh, is that what it is? Oh my gosh. This is so funny. Okay, so this is like Grinch energy. So what's the thing about the Grinch? The Grinch um wasn't always bad. If anything, the Grinch was always very much of a deep feeler, right? So I feel like that he was a deep feeler when he was a child. Sorry, I got sage everywhere. He was very much a deep feeler as a child, right? If anything, he was a typical child. And then as he grew, he grew to not have that much of a heart. I feel like that Sagittarius, that might be you, babe. Okay, so it's pretty much like, again, it's feeling emotions. You're at a place where you're feeling emotions. It just keeps coming back to that, where you're feeling emotions that you're not exactly used to. I don't feel like that any of them are negative. I feel like that if anything, some of them are very shocking, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this what love is? Can you feel the love tonight? So I feel like the Divine's just like, here, since, you want to walk away from all this love that's behind you, we're going to put some right in front of you. There you go. So that's where I feel like you're currently at. So moving forward to where you want to be, I feel like it came out like this, actually. So I feel like that you're at a current place where, if anything, Sagittarius, I feel like that where you want to be is that you want to be able to have proper discernment, and I feel like that you don't want to be distracted from your work either. I feel like that I might be dealing with or talking with, or this might resonate with, a lot of Sagittarius that have a very hardcore work ethic, as in you work quite a lot, or you enjoy working, or if anything, you put a lot of effort into your work. I could be talking to, this might resonate hardcore with Sagittarius, Capricorn cuspers. I feel like more than maybe, I don't know, than a regular Sag sign, but we'll see. So I feel like that also where you want to be is that you want to know where to like put your time. I feel like also where you want to be is that you want to be able to communicate with the divine in a clear way where you feel like you aren't leading yourself astray, or that you're following the proper guidance. I also feel like that if anything, I don't have a judgment day energy with the judgment card. Usually I feel that for some reason. I don't feel that now. I feel like that is literally divine. You're listening to the call from the divine. The divine's like, are you going to work with us or not? And I feel like that's where you want to be. And that's where you're getting to be by taking the proper steps and evaluating your true emotions. It's almost like instead of wasting time, I feel like that you're actually collaborating with the divine, if anything, to really balance out the scales within yourself as far as emotions. It's almost like the more you work with the divine, the more that you get automatic healing in a way. Um, for example, let's say you have, by doing the inner work also, like let's say you have avoided inner child healing and you're actually doing it. Let's say that you have avoided actually putting yourself first in different, oops, sorry, in different situations. And I feel like that, if anything, you might be, where you want to be is that you want to be able to give to yourself and give to others in a balanced way where you're not losing and they're not losing also. So how to get there? Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and Death. So I feel like how to get there is to how to get there is to, like, let's say you really had someone set in mind for um let's say it's like a position in your life. Like, let's say you want this person to be your significant other, or this person has been your friend, or this person has been your significant other, or it's almost like an important role. So I feel like part of the cycle that's going on here is, again, being able to really choose yourself. I say that because, like, let's say this seems like a up and down energy, right? And I feel like I say that because of the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, then Death. It's almost like down, up, down, and then it's almost like, okay, it's like to put an end to that cycle. Like anybody in your life where it's continuously like, where it seems up and down with them, where it seems like that they aren't giving to you the way that you give to them, as in, like, let's say you usually, okay, so like let's say this person offers you, they have two pieces of fruit. And let's say they know that you love bananas, but you know that they like bananas too. So they have one banana and one plantain. So the reason why I'm saying this is because a plantain looks a lot like a banana, right? But you actually have to like treat a plantain. You have to go through extra steps to actually enjoy a plantain compared to actually eating a banana, right? So like, let's say you're like, you know what, I'm going to choose a plantain so that it's easier for them. I'm going to choose a plantain so that it's easier for them. Like, as in, I'm going to sit here and take the harder way and let them have the banana. They're offering it to me anyways, right? Or like, let's say you're at a store and you have to buy it and it's between a plantain and a banana, right? Anyways, let's do the store idea, actually. So usually you would let anyone, especially if it was a good friend, continuously have the banana. But let's say you beginning to notice that the friend sits there and takes advantage of it and realizes that you're like that. And they're like, okay, well, I'm going to keep taking the banana from you because I know that you're this easy and that if anything, you might be, I don't want to say a pushover, but maybe perhaps in a slight way a pushover. It's almost like sitting there saying, okay, well, I'm going to sit here and instead of like allowing this to go on and on, where I go from the Five of Cups to the Six of Cups to the Five of Pentacles to the Five of Cups. It's almost like I'm looking at the past and I'm seeing how it was in the past between you and I miss you and I love you, so I'm going to come back. But you always leave me out in the cold, or you always sit here. And if anything, it make me feel like that I'm not the same level as you. You sit here and you have to have some kind of upper hand. I have Linkin Park in my head. What is that song? One minute you're on top. Oh gosh, what's the, I don't, it's not pay. Oh, I could rap it. I'm not doing that. But anyway, so I feel like that if anything, instead of going and then sitting here being like, well, I missed, sorry, I got like ash and everything all over me. My goodness. Anyways, I'm like going hard in the psychic paint. But the whole point is that I feel like that if anything, instead of going in a cycle where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna look at the past, I miss them, I love them, I'm gonna go back to them, and then I'm gonna let them leave me out. Instead of doing that and being like, oh well, I missed the past, it's almost like this is the cycle right here. Do you see what I'm saying? Instead of continuing the cycle, you're like, it's done. It's done. I'm sorry, it's done. It's not. No, 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 no. I'm not even sorry. It's done. It's done. You wanted it. You know. I gotta start putting myself first. I gotta really start focusing on myself and what I want in life and how I want life to be. And guess what? I'm going to really set out and focus on myself in a healthy way where I'm able to achieve what I want to achieve and where I'm not allowing others to hold me back. So that's how to get there, is honestly cut people out that continuously take advantage. So, guidance. We have the High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, and Temperance. So, I feel like Sagittarius, guidance is to make sure that you're pouring into your own cup. Yes. I also feel like that some of you need to be able to set better boundaries when it comes to people. Let's say that there's people in your life and they're taking advantage of your, well, I realized recently that I had an energetic cord with someone that I wasn't even romantically involved with. And I realized that that person drained me so easily. So, you know what I did? I sat there and I made the realization, and it was clear as day. I literally, my vision went from 2020 to a million, a million. I can't even explain it. Let's just say I was seeing molecules and stuff. I sat there and I like cut the cord. I cut that energetic cord. I didn't even have crystals on me or anything like that. I felt like my whole body had goosebumps all over it, and I cut that cord. And that's pretty much like, I feel like that guidance moving forward also would be to make sure that you're keeping your energy clean. I feel like that to make sure that, yes, when you talk to the divine, that you actually realize that you're talking to the divine. You're talking to a divine being, a higher power, a stronger source than you. So I feel like it's also like a humbling. And I feel like that some of you actually are fully aware of that. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. There must be one Sag that has forgotten about that. But remember that the divine loves you. Spirit, source, God, whoever your higher power is, they love you. And if anything, they want to be able to work with you. And if anything, possibly strengthening your psychic abilities. But you can allow yourself to feel bad about cutting people out. You can allow yourself to feel bad for making the changes that you're making, because how can you move forward if you're pulling yourself 10 steps back, is what I'm hearing from the divine. So what's focused on next? Well, Sag, you want to know what's so funny? You want to know what's so funny, Sag, is that I literally just got done doing Scorpio's reading, and they had the King of Wands. And they're the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And I sat there and I was like, you want to know what's so funny? Is that I feel like the King of Wands is more of like a Scorpio energy. And then not the King of Cups. And then it's funny that this ends with the King of Cups and the Two of Cups. So I feel like what to focus on next is really like, of course, once you sit there and you realize, Sagittarius, that choosing you is the right way to go, that if anything, I feel like what to focus on next is having that romantic love or having that partnership. If anything, Two of Cups could also be yourself and your higher self. So I feel like that it's also indulging with your higher self, maybe meditating more, maybe actually spending some more valuable time on what you have in front. Again, it's like being in the here and now, right here, right now energy. And I feel like that if anything, when you do that, you actually get to enjoy yourself more. If anything, benefit more off of staying off, right, whatever. off of staying where you're currently at. You're going to benefit more instead of obsessing over, what other people, not what they think of you, but it's almost like putting everyone else on a pedestal while you take a step down on your own life. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a big difference there. If you were to sit there and step up on your own damn pedestal and then step up a little bit above it, because if anything, you're your star player, right? So that's what to focus on next, Sagittarius. And I apologize if I said Scorpio. I feel like I did. But anyways, moving forward. So let's get some guidance. Guidance for these Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or any placement, please. Okay. So we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And then gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So, just out of curiosity, patience. Anyways, gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So I feel like with these two cards being your guidance moving forward, I feel like that if anything, I feel like that grief, I feel like, is the energy of other people. Like once they realize what it's like to lose you, or realize what it's like that they have to be okay. So sometimes when you cut people off, it is healthy to cut someone off so that they can go find themselves. Yes, I honestly feel that, and I honestly resonate with that quite a lot. It's almost like, I'm going to sit here and choose myself this time. I'm really going to choose myself this time. And when you do that, it makes other people have to learn that, they have to be able to let other choose themselves. It's also learning to hear the word no. It's also learning to say no too. Like some people, there's like, you have to have the right balance between yes and no in your own life. So when you sit here and you constantly say yes to everyone and you say no to yourself in return, in a way, and that's not like that for every situation. You know what I'm talking about? Take where it applies. Anyways, so when you say no to different people, people that usually say yes to that, if anything, take advantage, or if anything, it really puts you at a hardcore disadvantage. You need to be able to raise that level up so that you are able to feel more grateful in your life, so that you can produce more reasons to feel grateful. I feel like that if you're constantly over giving, like let's say you're constantly in your masculine energy too much, you're not in your feminine, where you're constantly giving and you're not receiving enough, that it can cause a very strong imbalance. So I feel like let people grieve and let them come to you, but they're going to come at you correct if they are able to come in. Not everyone is meant to come back into our lives. Not everyone is meant to stay in our lives too. Um, just being straight up, that's what I do here. Anyways, just let that happen. Let bygones be bygones. Let, cut the cords and just be grateful for where you're at in life. Moving forward. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you.